Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another Geeks Forever podcast, another episode. Uh, that is right. That's my brain right now. I am the host, the one, the only, the notorious, the infamous, the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas, streaming to you live in your ears and in your hearts. King Mexico. Also joining me is the man with the plan, the Ayatollah of rock and roller. He is the upcoming voice talent. He runs the skinny. He is the Texas gaming hedgehog himself, Keyblade Sonic.
Hello, everybody.
And he's on his phone.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm working on this.
All right. It is Happy Pride Month, everybody. We're still in the month of June, June 17th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
That's
has
right.
happened. We weren't on last week because honestly, I had food poisoning and I just did not feel good.
Yeah, which is
And
understandable because nobody
yeah.
wants to have food poisoning, especially while doing a show.
Oh, it sucked, dude. Like I had to work the next day and Wednesday, and it was just
Drag
awful. Okay, so I forgot to reset the cuss word meter. The cuss word meter is not at
8.
8.
It is 0.
It is 0.
The
Somebody's
rate, the
like,
rate. It looks like an 8, but it's 0 because there's a little slash in the middle, so it's a 0.
that's right. I'm gonna try my absolute best not to curse. That is right. A new leaf, a new Jesse, a new podcast episode. Joining. All right. So, do we have a skinny? What's going on in the world of the nerds?
The nerds. Well, the nerds. The best way I can describe. Okay, so for the gamers out there, after weeks and months of speculation, everybody's losing their minds over it. Nintendo announced this morning that there will be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning. It will be at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time, aka Texas time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. According to them, it is roughly 40 minutes. This is what they said. Join us for a Nintendo Direct live stream focused on Nintendo Switch games coming in the second half of 2024. And here's something they don't often say in the end, but this time they're really making this clear, and this is kind of surreal. But knowing them, they'll probably tease it a little bit. This is what it says in the end of the tweet. There will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during this presentation. So basically, they're saying we'll get there when we get there. Shut the F up. We'll talk about it later.
I'm gonna laugh.
If they actually just do.
Well, no, I was gonna say I'm gonna laugh if they have like no like. There's been like years of like Nintendo Switch 2 speculation. Like, oh, we're gonna get it soon. We're gonna get it soon. Like since the pandemic, it's been like, oh, we're gonna get it pretty soon. It's coming out soon. And like, turns out Nintendo has like no plans
Yeah, we
whatsoever
we
to
never had
release.
a plan. I don't know where you guys get this info from.
I was like, y'all need to chill. The Nintendo Switch, that's all y'all get. Be happy you got that. It's
If you
like
want to make,
Sakurai with Smash Brothers.
yeah, never ask us for anything again.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's happening tomorrow. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. Honestly, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I'm just gonna see what is it. What they're gonna have, and yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Really, the really big news per se going on. And yeah, that's pretty much the skinny for the week for this. Unless you want to add anything else to it.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero.
Yeah.
We finally got its release date, rumored for October. Guess what? It's real.
Yeah, it's real. I don't know if you saw that collector edition though. Looks really sweet.
I want it. It's a Bandai Namco exclusive. GameStop will sell it to you, but you have to pay it all off at once.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Normally they'd be like, "Hey, if you deposit at least like $25, you'll get it." They used to do that. I don't know why they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of
and yeah. So we're talking about Sparky Zero. Not only is that going on, also they showed the Sonic and Shadow Generations game, which is pretty much like Sonic Generations remastered, and then they're doing like a new side story dedicated to Shadow. It looks really cool. That comes out in October 25th. Yeah, so you get Sparky Zero, then 2 weeks later you get a Sonic game.
All right, and for you heathens and pervs out there, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop Remaster is coming out within a month. GameStop is still not taking pre-orders. We actually went to go ask. There are no pre-orders whatsoever.
Man, what is going on with GameStop? Like, there's some games I wanted to pre-order, and they're like, "No, we don't do pre-orders for it."
You know what it is? It's because there's wish list now added to wish list.
Yeah, can you repeat that again? Because you like cut off in the midway.
That's because you and your bottle messed me up. It's wish list now. It's no longer pre-orders. You can add it to your wish list.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's
It's
odd.
dumb.
It's funny because it's dumb they do that, but yeah, at the same time on their doors they're like, "Hey, sell us your trading cards. If you have a graded 9 or above, we'll buy it from you."
That's right. They went from GameStop to CardStop. They're turning into They're turning into
Think Geek, basically.
Think Geek. I think I was actually going to say they're turning into the non-gothic Hot Topic.
You mean modern Hot Topic?
Yeah, like
They're mostly selling collectibles.
Cold Topic. There you go. Cold Topic.
Cold Topic. Yeah, they sell mostly collectibles now. Like honestly, I actually go to GameStop not even really for the games. I just look around, like see if they have any stuff on clearance.
I mean, they don't ever have. Yeah, we know somebody.
Yeah, I know, and which is funny because yesterday I went to I think it was on Saturday or Friday. I went to GameStop because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go check out what they got, and I took a look at their stuff, buy one get one free clearance stuff, and like I had a $5 coupon, so basically I got 2 AEW figs for like $4.
Nice.
$2 a piece. I'm like, okay, sweet.
Speaking of figurines, actually I had something, but it completely slipped my mind.
It'll come back to you.
It'll come back to me.
It will. It will.
All right, but with that being said, so GameStop has really kind of dropped the ball lately with the whole, I feel like GameStop's less GameStop and more like
it's like Toys R Us modern. I don't
know.
Mini Toys R Us.
It feels like it's turning into they're trying so hard to be like a Bedrock City Comics with games.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually a good description. No disrespect against Bedrock City. Absolutely.
No, they're awesome. They got comics. GameStop has Xbox games. I don't play Xbox.
They got a shit ton of Funkos that they can't sell.
Yeah, really, like for real. And then like they have so many Funko Pops. Like, ugh, what are these? And then like the ones I do want, they never have.
Yeah. Is it safe? Is it safe to say? I mean, this is coming from somebody who has a couple of Funkos, and I have a couple that are like in the box, not on purpose. It's because I don't have space for them. Do you think the bubble of Funko is bursting?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I think it feels that way because there's so many Funko Pops. It feels that way now because before there weren't. It was still like a rising market, but I don't think it's like started. It's declining just yet. For one, people still collect a crap ton of Funko Pops, and you still have the people that go to Target and like destroy like the exclusives.
Yeah, that's true. And some of those exclusives end up in like other stores like Ross and Marshalls and all that stuff. You see some of these exclusive, like if they don't sell well, you'll see them at Marshalls and you'll see them at TJ Maxx. You'll see them in all that.
I think it's because the way it worked is people were buying Funko Pops and they were just buying all of them. Like, oh, it's another Funko Pop. I'm just going to buy everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many Funko Pops. People are now starting to just branch off into like their specific fandom.
Yeah. Or it's like the thing where it's like they kind of oversaturated the market in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's
so
like
people are like, I'm going to just stick to Dragon Ball. I'm going to stick to just Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. And there's even some of like, oh, I kind of wish they made like 5 years ago. It's like, oh, I kind of wish they made Funkos of this series or this character or something like that. And then when they actually do it, by then it's like too late. It's like, I don't want them anymore. And like also, there's like other vinyl collectibles people are like trying to collect. Like one example, I went to FYE. Yes, unbelievably, there is an FYE out there. There's still a thing. I found this thing called U2s, and some of them are actually pretty cool. Like for example, this Rayman one, it's pretty sweet. They're pretty much vinyl. They're like Funkos, but they actually have like different poses and shit. They look kind of adorable.
What were the little Funko Pop? Not Funko Pops, sorry. The little vinyl, like the figures that were like Nundroids or something like that.
Yeah, Nundroids. Yeah, those are like articulated. You get to like a good quality and all that, but sometimes they get pretty expensive. I will say that.
Did those kind of go away? Because I haven't really.
No, they're still going. It's just the issue is like every year, like every big convention like San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con or Anime Expo, every year they showcase what they're going to do for the next year. It's like, oh, here's a prototype, here's all that. And every year they even do a survey. They ask people, hey, what would you want as an Nendoroid or as a Figma or as Good Smile Company. Those are people responsible for them.
These nuts.
I mean, you could have these nodes, but unfortunately you have to pay licensing fees, which is kind of weird because I actually asked them a question at Anime Expo one year. I asked them, hey, how come you don't, there's some fandoms you want to do, we would like for y'all to do an Android stuff like Dragon Ball. And they're like, yeah, we get Dragon Ball every year. It's just a problem is licensing and like all this legal bullcrap. It's like we have to jump through all these hoops. As much as we want to, we can't, just straight up go to it.
It's because like Crunchyroll now,
yeah,
they have so many like exclusive license deals.
Yeah.
And I think that has to go through Bandai anyway.
Bandai, Namco, other companies, and all that stuff.
Yeah, so it's not just like, oh, Crunchyroll, they'll whore anything out for money.
Especially isn't like Crunchyroll by Sony, right?
Yeah, everything's owned by AT&T at this point.
Yeah, it actually no. Now I just think about it. I just recently remembered that Alamo Drafthouse got bought by Sony. I think Sony bought Alamo Drafthouse, and this is the first time this happened that a major studio bought a theater since like there used to be this law that like some bill that passed to say, hey, no movie theaters can be owned by studios, and it's like, but that thing expired like in 2020. So this is the first time this happened since the law expired pretty much.
Well, I mean, that's cool. Now they have somewhere to stream their stupid Morbius movies.
Craven and then Madam Web and all that.
Oh, I just saw Madam Web on Netflix. Ironically, Madam Web has been streaming more than Godzilla -1.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, don't you think?
Yeah, it's very sad. And I watched Madam Web, and I was like, I was kind of confused because the pacing of the movie's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's wrong with Sony. They never say Peter's name in any of these movies. They just say him or that guy or his name is, and then they'll just like kind of cut it off.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Craven has a chance when that comes out.
Poor Kick-Ass. I did see Fall Guy though the other day, and he was in it.
Oh, Ryan
That movie was really well. The guy that played Kick-Ass was in it.
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's right.
Yeah, he was in it, and it was actually. I didn't think much of the. So when I didn't expect much of the movie.
Yeah.
So I kind of just went because 17 wanted to watch The Crow, and he got his ticket, and our other friends they took forever to buy their stupid tickets. Yeah. So when I tried to buy the Crow ticket, and this is the original Crow, not the
new one that's coming out. Yeah,
right. And so they'd already delisted the movie, so I'm like, I'll just watch Fall Guy. And I saw it, I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty good. This is a pretty good movie. I like it.
Yeah, it just sucks that the movie is up. The movie's in theaters, and then like 2 weeks later said, oh, it's coming to digital. And I'm like, damn, now give it a chance to like stay there for a few days, a few more weeks, and
it's opening weekend now, bro. Like that's all people care about. What were its numbers opening weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I just saw that Inside Out 2 just came out this past weekend, and it made like almost like $200 million worldwide, and its budget was like $200 million, so it already made its budget, and it's opening weekend already, and it's like, damn, dude. And I like the first Inside Out. I haven't even got to see the second one.
I don't think I ever saw the first one.
It's really good. Really emotional. No pun intended.
Is the movie Red about what I think it? The movie Red. Have you seen that one?
Red, the one with Bruce Willis and all that?
No. The Disney movie Red with.
Turning Red.
Oh, Turning Red. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what I think it's about?
Puberty.
Is it? Okay.
It's basically puberty. That's what people were complaining about. I was like, oh my god, they're talking too much about puberty. I'm like, dude, who gives a crap?
There's an entire show about puberty. It's called Big Mouth.
Yeah, y'all have no problems with Big Mouth, but Turning Red, y'all cross the line at the head. And I like Turning Red too because the director, they put a lot of influences on anime. There's like a lot of scenes. Like, okay, that's clearly a callback to like an anime from like the 80s, or like they do a lot of expressions. I watched it recently. I watched it again recently, and it's like it still holds up. And that movie came out like 2 years ago.
Bro, like It's because people are just hating on Disney for no reason. Like, well, go woke, go broke. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Speaking of,
shut up,
did you see have you seen the boys, the new episodes?
bro. Yes,
uh,
I almost stopped watching. I almost stopped watching. If you know, you know. Pink eye.
that that scene was wild.
Oh my god!
No,
Like I work from home. Oh my god, is he here? No, he wouldn't be caught with these cousin fornicators. I'm gonna say it like that.
nah, that boy. I kind of. It's kind of funny. Everyone's talking about like they was like, oh, woke and all this stuff, and then they watch it. They're like, is this show? Is these episodes about us? I'm like, yeah, they've been making fun of y'all the whole fucking time, and y'all didn't know it.
The show is literally about it is the show does not hide that it does have a political agenda, and I love it because it's so popular and people don't like put two and two together.
Yeah.
And like we know somebody, and I think that person is in our Discord that's like very, very politically like nuts.
Yeah.
But I love the voice, bro. Like the whole pink, like the whole scene. I was like, "Ugh."
It's wild. And it's only 3 episodes in, and then obviously episode 4 coming out this week. So
Let's put it to you like this: The Boys is such a controversial show that the idea, the concept of Ant-Man turning small and going up Thanos' cheeks.
they actually did it, but
They didn't
the
do it
other
like
side.
yes,
They did it the other side.
end.
Now, if you're wondering what episode, season 3, episode 1. There you go. In case you want to know if you want to see it, it's I don't know why I
It's
laughed the first
interesting.
time I watched that.
I was
So
like,
I like the background when they interviewed. They were like, "Okay, can we talk about that scene?" Like, yeah. So the idea was, it was like, well, can we do that? It's like, yeah, let's do it, but let's do it in the other side. That's pretty much how it went.
like keep in mind that I once went to Comic Palooza with 2 purple pillows as Ant-Man. I had the Ant-Man helmet and I put my head in between the purple pillows to represent Thanos' cheeks.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, that was yeah, so The Boys is definitely interesting. It's definitely not a kid-friendly show.
No, it's not. It's for mature audiences only.
Did they recast Mother's Milk, right?
No, they didn't. So people got confused about that. So what happened was he actually just like lost weight. He actually explained it on Instagram. He's like, yeah, I've been like on a weight loss thing, and he's been losing a lot of weight. So that's why he looks different.
He looks completely different.
Yeah,
though.
I thought they recast him at first, but because especially it didn't help that he had a clean shave. I was like, oh, that kind of made it worse.
Like it doesn't look like him at all. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
even sound like him.
Nah, but
It,
yeah,
like half the cast has aged significantly since the last season.
yeah. And when the last season came out, like what, last year or 2 years ago? 2 years
I think
ago.
it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I think.
2 years. Yeah. And speaking of, they did say they got renewed for a 5th season, but it will be the last season of The Boys. I mean, at this point, they were already in this part of the comics. They're already heading towards the end, as it was in the comics, so it kind of makes sense.
I feel like this show can go on another 15
Like
seasons of Pink Eye, Ant-Man, Thanos, other end scenes.
the jokes and jabs and shit.
It's a very controversial show. Like I don't understand. Like you okay, if you watch it, you might get a little. You will probably get disgusted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it gets especially in the if you think the comics is bad, it's actually, if anything, I feel like the comics is the inferior version.
The comics is way worse because when
Yeah.
Starlight, people don't realize in the comics, Starlight had to blow like 3 of them at the same time to join the 7.
Yeah,
Like the comics is like
it's more insane.
like yeah, like this is Disney compared to that.
Yeah.
Like that's HBO Max and this is a Disney show.
In the comments, I think one of the Disneyland diners at Marvel theme I can confirm that I was at Disneyland. They did reference the Thanos butt theory. They did reference that in one of the restaurants. So if you're wondering which restaurant, it's at the Disney California Adventure on Avengers Academy or Avengers Campus. There's one of the restaurants like Ant-Man theme. Yeah, they have Paul Rudd actually reference it on the video.
Yeah, no, I gotta watch that. Speaking of another comment, if I wasn't broke, I'd bet that Metroid Prime 2 remaster being shadow drop.
I would
Uh,
I would like to see that actually.
I don't think so. There's been rumors circulating that we're gonna get a Legend of Zelda remaster of Twilight Princess and
Wind
a couple
Waker.
other games, Wind Waker, and
I saw a rumor that regarding this is for the Nintendo Direct. In case people wonder what's going on. I saw a rumor that Star Fox Assault is going to get a remake or a remaster. So,
isn't that the bad one on
nah,
wasn't there a bad one?
nah, it's not really a bad. Well, it just depends who you talk to, because like Adventures is pretty good. I liked Adventures, the Zelda clone one.
Oh yeah.
That was actually pretty good. But no, Assault is the other GameCube Star Fox
There
game
so little by little, I think they're remastering all the Nintendo Wii U games.
for GameCube.
Yeah. Well, they're remastering, yeah, GameCube, maybe some GameCube, but mostly Wii U games. The only one that we haven't gotten or probably ever going to get is what is that name called? What is that game called with Xenoblade
Oh,
Chronicles?
Xenoblade X, yeah.
Yes,
Xenoblade X.
Xenoblade X.
I feel I would like to see that get remastered. Star Fox Zero, that'd be interesting because the controls is what it makes me think. I don't think we're ever going to see this game get ported because they use too much of like the gamepad and all that stuff. That's why
Oh
people didn't
yeah.
like. That's why people didn't like Zero, even though at first I liked it, but then replaying it again, I'm like, yeah, this isn't as good as I remembered.
I mean, I thought the gamepad was a neat idea. You can play and not
Yeah,
need a TV.
it was a sweet idea, but if anything, it kind of like was like a prototype of the Switch in a way. It was like the appetizer. And the comment, something is definitely shadow dropping tomorrow today, either same day or very soon. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I kind of want to see Prime 2 or Prime 3 get a remaster, kind of like the first game got, and that released that same day. So I'm kind of that's probably a safe bet. I think they'll add new games on the Switch Online. I'm sure they'll add like Smash 64 or Donkey Kong 64 because both those games,
You know what they should do? They should add the original Pokemon games to
the
the
Switch
Game
Online.
Boy part. Yeah, the Switch Online
Yeah,
thing, and make them compatible with Pokemon Home.
yeah. I feel like they should do that. I don't know why.
They did that with the 3DS.
Yeah, if they could do it on the 3DS, they should do it on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, also especially because Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 are on the 64 online, and imagine you get to transfer them from there.
So another thing, guys, coming out, for those of you that aren't aware, wait, no, I already talked about it, was Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, that's coming out. Great game too. It's pretty underrated. If anybody out there has never played it, it's really underrated.
I mean, this year it seems more of an Xbox year rather than a PlayStation year.
Yeah, I think I even said people about this. I thought Microsoft, their little presentation they did a few days ago, was actually better than the state of play of Sony did.
But that makes sense though. Why? Because they got like they need to like pull everything out of their ass. That's
Yeah,
two, by the way.
they got to step it up. If anything, no, it's because like the state of play. The only thing I remember watching, the only thing that like interests me was like the last game that got announced was Astrobot.
I wasn't like, I thought that was dumb. I was like, what is this? What is this? Why is it a thing?
The game that was packaged with the PS5.
Like, I didn't care about it. I need a new headset, by the way. This thing is like no bueno.
It's dying.
There's a lot of static and it sucks. But I feel like Xbox needs to pull something big because I hate to say this, but Game Pass is
carrying.
It's kind of, well, actually, I personally feel like Game Pass is hurting the gaming industry.
Oh, really?
Because there's less and less of a quality control, because what's the point, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to make money off of this game regardless if it's on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So the quality control, like, it just, a lot of the Xbox games have not been good.
Quality wise, or just like,
period. Like, look at Halo. We haven't gotten a good Halo game since like Reach.
Yeah, I say Reach. I liked 4. I'll say that. I did like 4. But Reach, yeah, it was like people said Reach was like the peak of Halo in a way. Or 3 or 2, 3 or Reach. Like
3
3
was the
Reach,
peak. 3
3
peaked.
Reach was great.
So the
ODST.
the best Halo game is 2. There's
Yeah.
no question. Halo 2 is definitely.
Can we talk about this November? That game is 20 years old.
Can
Fucking
we talk
wild.
about that next year would be 20 years since Eddie Guerrero passed away?
Yeah, and the PSP came out.
And when people think of video games 20 years ago, they think Super Nintendo, NES.
Yeah,
No, it was
PS2.
PS2.
The 360 just came out.
No, think about it, dude. Next year, yeah, 20 years. Next year,
The
Xbox
360.
360.
Wild.
High definition graphics. That was the
Yeah,
debut with Xbox 360.
it is wild to think about that. In the comments, the Xbox showcase seemed too perfect. I'm excited for the new Doom and for all the other indie developers inevitably having their doors closed. Which, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet, that whole thing. The developer of Hi-Fi Rush having to shut down. I'm like, that's such terrible
I
because
I heard a rumor that people will be disappointed during the Nintendo Direct. That's not a rumor. That's always the case.
yeah, because you can't meet everyone's expectations, and we've heard this story every year. Where's this game? Where's this one? Where's this unrealistic expectation of a game?
Yeah, y'all didn't announce Super Nintendo Switch 5 Ultra High Definition Game of the Year combo with fries and a drink.
And a coupon.
Coupon.
Yeah, no, that's usually how it is sometimes. Most of these. No, and
You're not,
there's already people who were like, there's like, oh my god, they're gonna talk about the Switch 2 tomorrow. Like, no, dude.
no, they're not. They're not.
They made it clear in the tweet and all their socials that we are not gonna talk about the successor until later this year. We're not gonna talk about it tomorrow.
The thing is, every time they talked about a brand new console,
Yeah.
That direct was exclusively that console.
Mm-hmm. They would do a direct dedicated to the console.
Right. Like they did it for the Switch. They did it for the Wii U.
Well, the Wii U was a press conference at
Right.
E3.
All right. Right. Well, they did it for the Switch.
Yeah, the Black Friday. Black Friday bundle.
I don't think we're getting the new Nintendo Switch this year. I think it's next year.
No, it's not coming out this year. It's gonna probably be mid early next year.
At this point, we'll get it somewhere 5 years from now.
Yeah. And yet, somehow the Switch will still have the price of $300, even though it's been almost 7 years since it came out.
That's right. Oh, wow. One more bit of gaming news for you guys watching. Kingdom Hearts made its official debut on Steam.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts series. It's actually really, a lot of people said it's so much better on Steam than it was on the Epic Game Store. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really cool that they finally put Kingdom Hearts on PC, because the mods are going to have fun with it, and they'll probably replace Sora with some other characters. They'll make their own Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, no. I'm afraid what they're going to do with the female characters, because the modders are also perverts.
Yeah, they are, sadly. And speaking of like that, I know in the for people who play Street Fighter 6, new DLC is coming out. Even 2 characters from King of Fighters and Fatal Fury is going to be part of Street Fighter.
That's right, Terry Bogard and Mai
and Terry.
What was Mai's last name?
Shimaru. I don't know.
Shimaru. Mai from the King of Fighters.
Yeah, Mai from King of Fighters.
They'll both be. I'm excited for Terry Bogard.
Probably the closest thing we'll get to like Capcom versus SNK 3.
Maybe we might get that. We never thought we would get Marvel's Capcom 3.
Yeah.
And then we got Infinite, and yeah.
Yeah, we got that. We never got another Marvel's Capcom since.
Well, I mean, that's probably for the best. Marvel's Capcom 3 was.
No, Marvel's Capcom 3 was good.
No, 3 was great.
Yeah,
3 was great, but Infinite was just sucked. Trash.
Yeah. 2 was peak.
I don't think 2 is peak. I disagree. I think people like 2 because everyone uses like the same 6 characters. Everyone uses Cable. Everyone has, you don't? Oh, okay. Everyone except Sonic uses Cable. Our Sentinel.
I see a lot of people use Sentinel.
Yeah, so it was always like the same 6 to 8 characters that everyone used, and like with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, there was much more variety. People would actually select different characters. I think 3 is a much better game than 2. I mean, y'all could disagree with me. Obviously, it's my opinion, but I think Marvel's Capcom 3 was much better than 2. Not saying that 2 wasn't a great game. 2 was a great game. But I feel like 3 was peak, and then Infinite was just a dump. They just took a dump. Here you go, Marvel's Capcom 4.
Yeah.
And well, as far as gaming goes, that's all we got. Like I said, I'm probably gonna try to get Kingdom Hearts on Steam Deck. We'll see how that goes. And I haven't really played my Nintendo Switch since I got my Steam Deck earlier this year. No more Switch for me. Done.
Yeah. It's a lot of people have moved on from the Switch. And in the comment section, yeah. Meanwhile, the Switch needs to stream the PS2 Kingdom Hearts games in order to play, which is so dumb. And I'm like, yeah, this. I think the last like 2-3 years of the Switch, it was a clear sign they need a new. They needed like a successor to this because I remember seeing footage of Mortal Kombat 1. I'm like, people really paid $60 for Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch. It looks really terrible on the Switch.
I would never buy a Mortal Kombat game on the Switch. The Switch is already not fighting game friendly, but like a game that is. The Switch is a glorified PS3 to go.
Mm-hmm.
It is more powerful than the PS3, but it's not as powerful as the base PS4, the one that has a heat stroke every time you slap God of War Ragnarok in it.
Have you seen that? Have you seen those memes that are like, "Oh, try to boot up Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on my PS4," and they're like, as soon as they turn it on, it explodes.
Oh, and I seen the one with Patrick and Squidward and Mr. Krabs flying out of the Krusty Krab. Your PS4 loading up the roaches inside the PS4.
Yeah, and then as speaking of that, I remember. Actually, can we talk about that? Like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, apparently, like it needs like 300 gigabytes to like install the whole thing.
Yeah, because Black Ops. So for those of you that don't know, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which will be taking place in the 90s and 80s, right?
Mm-hmm. Like the Cold War and all that stuff. I think.
So that's just the base game. So for everything is 300 gigs. That's about almost as much as the as Cold War.
Yeah.
That's any Call of Duty game. Like, I'm sorry. You can go right now and buy an 8 terabyte M.2 drive for your PS5, but that is going to cost you like $400.
As much as a PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, I probably would just get like, I don't know, maybe like at least 2 terabytes.
Well, I'm going to sell my 2. I'm going to upgrade to a 4 and sell my 2.
Yeah, see, it says here 300 gigabytes isn't even the whole thing. The game needs an online connection to stream textures, apparently. Yeah, apparently, even in campaign mode, you need to connect to the internet at all times.
What? Why?
This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous.
This is why. Whatever. This is why I like the Steam Deck, because I can just play whatever I want offline. Honestly, it's getting really out of hand with we just don't have enough memory. You know that console only has like 600, 700 gigs, right?
Yeah, 800.
Yeah, but like 800 but it's like 6 something, right? Because they gotta like that's with the whole memory updates.
It's a terabyte, but then like when you actually before even like all the operating system, it actually starts at 820.
No. That's the Slim. The original model isn't a terabyte.
Yeah, I know 1 terabyte, but that's what it says in the box. But when you open it, when you actually look inside, it's actually 800. You only have 800 free because
the original PS5, it didn't say a terabyte, dude. It said 8 something.
No, it's
on the
original
box.
Terabyte. Nope, original 1 terabyte.
Look it up.
All right. I'll look it up right now.
All right.
If you're looking at 8K, that's 8K, 4K.
So look, it says right here, the internal storage of the PlayStation 5 is a custom-built 825 gigabyte solid-state drive, 667 gigabytes available with a 12-channel interface, achieving a raw throughput power of 5.5 gigabytes per second.
Boy, if anything, that's false advertising if you think about it.
The Slim is the 1 terabyte.
Yeah, but the PS, I think the original one did say 1 terabyte too, because it was
the
supposed to come in.
There, even on the box, there's a picture of the box, and it says, yeah, it does say 8 something.
That's 8K.
No. It does say no, not the 8K part. No, I'm talking about no. Okay, the Xbox is 1 terabyte.
Yeah, at least the Xbox says it on right on the box.
The Xbox. That's what people were praising the Xbox more because it said that's 8K, not 800. No, are you sure it's not 800K for the resolution?
Yeah, it says 8K. Is there any TVs that have 8K?
I can't afford one.
I don't know any other.
You're gonna make me go dig out my box, aren't you?
I think it says
The
8K.
box actually doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
At least not on the front.
because I did do because I know the slim one did say how much terabytes, like 1 terabyte.
Right.
But
So
then,
this, yeah, because people were like, they were like, oh, we've upgraded because the 1 terabyte on the PS5 Slim is considered an upgrade from the original.
mhm.
Oh, why?
But you still start off at 800
Gee, I can't
gigabytes.
speak Japanese. What the hell? Oh yes, no, there it is, bro. It's right there at the very corner.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can share real quick. Let me see. Because I know it says it on the box, but like that, and then this is why. So when they made, I remember when they first made this announcement, everybody criticized Sony for it. If you look at the right hand corner at the top, right there,
800 play like number four, 825 gigs, which is kind of weird because that's in the Japanese one, but in the US box, I don't know why it doesn't say it.
it says it in the. I don't know, man. Sony's just like, you know what? We gave you 1 terabyte on the PlayStation 4 Pro, but on the regular PS5, that's like 10 times more powerful. We're just going to give you 825 gigs.
Okay, yeah, it says right here, yeah, 800, and yeah, I see it on the back, which is kind of weird. Like you would think, why not just give it a terabyte, not just
No, like, yeah, no, dude, people criticized Sony for that because it
yeah.
was dumb. Like, this doesn't,
Because this is 825 gigs, but in reality, you're only getting like 600 gigs.
right.
It's like, and most of these
So,
games take up like what, at least 100 gigs.
so Madden takes up almost 200 gigabytes of memory.
Christ.
And this is for the people that like Madden and Call of Duty. Call of Duty, as of right now in Madden, like the current Call of Duty takes up almost the amount. So that's already 2/3 of the hard drive of the console.
Insane.
Now, here's the good thing. This is a good and a bad thing. It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. You can play your PS4 games off of an external hard drive. You can't play the PS5 games on the external hard drive, but the PS4 games all do work with the external hard drive.
Mhm.
So that means you can have your 4 terabyte external hard drive that you had on your PS4 work on the PS5 and play the games off of that instead of just the hard drive of the PS5. PlayStation 4 controllers do work on the PS5, but only for PS4 games.
Mhm.
I guess that was kind of hinting at that you can use like your arcade stick for like fighting games. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
that
that's
really.
probably what it was. Yeah.
The PS5 controller feels more comfortable anyway. But yeah, Sony kind of dropped the ball with the hard drive. Microsoft is also guilty of being petty with their memory. So with Sony, they put it to where you can use any M.2 hard drive, which is pretty much a small laptop drive
Hmm.
on the PS5. Where with Microsoft, you have to buy their proprietary, the hard drive, like the one that they specifically made. You can buy a converter kit, but it's not a lot of work. It's just a pain in the butt. The fact that you have to jump through hoops to get a hard drive to work on the console.
Yeah, it's like really complicated.
It's dumb, dude. It is. I think, and that's why I crap on like Microsoft because their games are like haven't been that great. like the quality of the games haven't been great, and like they are like I just don't see it because the Game Pass is becoming the Netflix. There really isn't a quality control anymore, so they don't really care if the game is good or not. It's going to make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
As
so,
long as it makes money, you know.
right, Sony's going in the same direction, but they don't release new games on the day on their Game Pass day one. So there is a bit of a quality control there, which I think is much smarter. Uh, Nintendo, they will never give us anything for free. The only reason why we're getting Super Nintendo NES games is because that's the only way they're going to sell their online stuff, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, because they know people are gonna go to probably like pirate it all.
Well, because like the online community for Nintendo isn't really like that vast. Like Nintendo's mostly like a, hey, let's get all the boys together and play at somebody's house. Somebody bring their console so we can all play.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's more of a local console, like a local party console, rather than an online competitive console. Because besides Smash, how many games do you actually see that are competitive besides like Smash and Mario Kart?
Splatoon.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one. I kind of forgot Splatoon existed.
Yeah, hardly it was 10 years ago that got announced too. So it's amazing in 10 years they already made like they're pretty a big IP for Nintendo.
It never interests me, and I've never played it, so I don't really know how it works. But I guess. But but that's the thing though. Like with PS5 and Xbox, you have Madden, you have Street Fighter, you have Call of Duty, you have I don't know. Like I remember there used to be a ton of shooters. You have Fortnite. Fortnite's on Nintendo, but I don't really see that many people playing on. I think Fortnite on Nintendo makes the Nintendo have a stroke, so I don't think it's that popular on there. But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about video games this entire time.
Which is good because
Yeah, we talk about all the nerd stuff, guys. Oh, but speaking of which, BotCon is coming up July 6th and the 7th at the South Houston area. I don't have the hotel in front of me, but if you haven't already gotten your badges, you should think about going to bod-con.live and going right now. They have this package deal for $270. You get 2 badges, the hotel room for 2 nights, 3 days. You get 2 t-shirts, exclusive t-shirts for BotCon 3 for $270. Now, I'm financially irresponsible, broke, terrible with money, right? $270 is a great deal. Let me tell you why, because I booked my room with BotCon. With taxes, with the hidden fees, them, bending my wallet forward and not, buying it dinner or giving it a kiss at least. It's $280 just for the room. Just for the room. But with BotCon, it's $270. It's like, oh, it's only a $10 difference. Yeah, but you're getting the badges.
Yeah, but you get badges, you get a shirt, you get like more stuff, more value for your buck.
And Bacon will shake your hand and be like, yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't want to get a handshake from him?
Yeah, if we'll do a drawing, we'll have SJ eat in front of you for the. I would not enter if that was the price. But yeah, no, it's definitely a great deal. So if you want to go, I know it's like, yeah, it's only $10, but really you're getting more of a value.
Mm-hmm.
2 badges, 2 nights, 2 shirts, the 2-2-2 combo. That's right. The only thing missing is fries and a drink. Yeah. So go to the BotCon website. You can Google it. BotCon Texas. You only have 20 days. As of today, BotCon is 20 days away. And the weekend after BotCon, it's Delta HCon back at the West Chase Marriott, July 12th through the 14th. Geeks 5. Speaking of Delta HCon, though, this coming weekend, Saturday, 5 p.m., the con chair of Delta HCon will be on the podcast for an interview. We interviewed Sarah last year. We're going to interview Sarah again. The Sweet 16 for Delta HCon. Excited for that one because we're going to see what Delta HCon is up to.
Has its story, yeah.
Yeah, because we also have big announcement during Delta HCon. So if you come down to our yearly party, you can be a part of that. We run karaoke for them every year, so we're looking forward to it. Plus, we're always up to some shenanigans. But that's it for the shameless advertising.
Nah, but it's gonna be really good. I think con season's starting to pick up. We just had Palooza. We just had all these other conventions that were going on. Tokyo X just happened this past weekend. So yeah, a lot of going on. It's barely the middle of towards the end of June.
Right. No, what was Tokyo X?
Uh, Tokyo Night Festival used to be called. It was happening at NRG Center. Yeah, NRG Center this past weekend.
That's not the event where they had the shooting last year, is it?
Shooting last year.
Remember there was like a dance or something going on.
Nah, that was that's like wasn't that like at some uh at that club over in Westheimer or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah.
that's different. That was the Weeb
Okay.
Stop place. That was Weeb Stop.
Oh, right. Weave stop. Right, right. Yeah, that's. I forgot all about that because I wasn't sure what it was. I'm like, wasn't there like something that bad happened last year at one of these
Yeah.
events? Uh but isn't like when is the Japanese festival that they have at the park?
Isn't that in like in dude, now I think about it, when is that? Because they haven't said like I don't remember any. I'm trying to remember if they actually mentioned it or not.
Dude, they used to do cosplay day out. The person that ran that, I don't
Yeah,
know what happened.
yeah, I don't know what happened to that either. I'm trying to remember that too. Oh, it's in so the Japanese festival, the Japan festival that's happening at Hermit Park, that's in September. September 7th and the 8th. Yes, September 7th to the 8th.
All right, so apparently cosplay day out died.
The event.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually, if you think about it, it's been dead for years. If you think about it.
yeah, it's died. Like the last time they had it was in. They tried to have it at least was in 2021.
Yeah, and it's been gone since.
Honestly, it was. Oh, what? You're still in the banner, by the way, dude.
That's wild.
You're on their banner photo. When did they post this? This was posted in 2023.
That is pretty odd considering that like I was there. That was 2017. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long, long time
Yeah, that
ago.
was 7 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know like one other person on there that's Kevin from and Eddie. I thought that was Wendy from Gravity Falls.
Yeah, it looks like Wendy from a distance, but yeah, that's Kevin.
That's Kevin.
Dorks.
Yeah, the
The
dorks. It was the
dork.
dork.
Thankfully, they had the dork sign because I would have not told who that was. But I think. Oh, I think I know that person. Yeah, I know that cosplayer.
Yeah, we know that cosplayer. Not
Yeah,
gonna
we
say their
do.
name to
Yeah,
protect them, but yeah. Uh, yeah, like if you look at the cover photo, that's the extent of the amount of cosplayers they had that day.
that was 2017.
They got. I thought that was just a cop. That's John Stewart. Uh, I mean, cosplay day out. Honestly, was just a gathering. It was a cosplay gathering at the park.
Yeah, that's all it was in
That's
a way.
really all it was.
Yeah, there's a gathering.
It was
It's
just
basically
like,
a gathering you could get like. It's kind of funny because mentioning cosplay gatherings, that's what they call the meetups at Anime Expo. Gatherings. They don't call them meetups. They call them gatherings. And like you would have to like reserve it on the spot. Like, hey, do you want one? You have to request it, and then we'll put it on the Google spreadsheet, and then you get to have your own site dedicated to like your meetup or your gathering. I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's really cool how they do it.
I think that's kind of cool. Actually, yeah, I agree with you. That's kind of cool. Definitely this is yeah,
Although I kind of miss those kind of like gatherings. You know what I mean, that's
I
outside of a con.
I don't because it's hot as hell outside.
Just immediately shot that down.
It's hot, dude. Like
It
I
is
don't
hot,
know.
but like if they would have done it like in the fall or in the winter or like in the warm and like cooler times.
Yeah, because this used to happen around April, and that's the thing though. The Japanese festival,
That used to be like in April or May,
Yeah.
but this year they're doing it in September. Just kind of wonder why. Because last year I went and it was okay Saturday, but Sunday sucked because it rained and it was all muddy. So it was like, yeah, it was like kind of a waste going there. Yeah, and all these and also there's other events going on that same time because a week before that's San Japan, and then like Colossal Con is happening in Round Rock.
That's true. I'm looking at these photos for it. Not a lot was going on.
Of what, Japan Festival?
No, I'm still talking about cosplay day out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Still talking about cosplay day. It's which kind of sucks because it's like it had some stuff, it was kind of not too bad to go to, but it was clearly like it was really that much. I think COVID kind of didn't help either.
Yeah, COVID killed off a lot of things, like Akon.
Yeah, Akon is dead, which kind of sucks.
A-Fest is definitely heading in that direction.
Yeah, because isn't it like this year's gonna be their last big one per se?
Yep, and time for some of that con community tea. For those of you that aren't aware, anime, for those of you that went to Anime Oklahoma, they have changed management
Mm.
or ownership or something's going on, but they have a completely new team.
Yeah, probably a
You-
new management maybe.
It said on their website that all of their old social media accounts no longer valid.
Yeah, so either that or maybe they got hacked. I don't know.
No, they switched hands.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it switched hands. So I don't know if it's new ownership or just new management, but they are no longer the original person is no longer running it.
Yeah, probably management maybe.
It's crazy, dude. Like we said this last year, and I don't remember which episode. It's several episodes, but this is something we've been predicting since like 2022.
Hmm.
Like we're gonna go through a con crash. Like it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but eventually we will start having conventions start like dropping.
Dropping like flies.
That's yeah, and right now like we were talking about so I tried to avoid the subject while Bacon was on the show, but I
Hmm.
did briefly talk about the whole anime Matsuri, not the convention as a whole. Because honestly, at this point, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it feels.
Yeah,
Is this about the post that was shown on Discord?
yeah. The
Yeah, this one.
anime purist post.
Yeah, this was like if you go into the official group now,
Which I
especially like
can't.
some of the recent ones, there are a lot of people who are like, oh my god, there was one. It was like, oh, we don't care about like they don't bring like see unlike you guys, anime Matsu brings in Japanese guests. They bring in all these people. They bring all that. I'm like, dude, they just had a convention this past weekend. They brought in Japanese voice actors from like One Piece, from Pokemon, and all that stuff. Tokyo
Yeah,
X is like, you guys aren't the only ones who bring Japanese guests,
yeah.
and it's
Eh,
like some of them. I don't know, dude. I don't want to use the word shill, but it's some of them are like it's like heavily implying that they're like
Bro,
pretty
we
much
already know what it is.
simping or kissing
Yeah,
their simping. They have their simp card and they're ready to cash it in.
that's right. They
They
got
they
that.
tra- they transfer all their simp bucks into a simp card, and now they're using.
The Simp credit card accepted wherever Visa and Mastercard is. But yeah, no, this but look at okay, so when you talk about Japanese guests, look at More Phenomenal. They have the original Green Ranger and Pink Ranger coming in, and they're from Zoo Ranger, the show.
Super Sentai, which is Mighty Morphin based on.
Yeah, it was the show that like Mighty Morphin is based off of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and apparently the Green Ranger has never been like
In
here
cons,
at a con in the US as a guest.
so that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. That's a
Yeah,
huge deal. Like, oh my god, we got this Japanese. I've seen that person at 100 cons. They got the Green Ranger.
yeah. And it's like so far the only guest they announced at what Matsuri who are from Japan is like the people who worked on Godzilla, and that's pretty much it so
What
far.
the hell is up with that convention and their hard on for Godzilla?
Yeah, because this is like their third straight year they're bringing something Godzilla related.
Yeah, like
They've
what
been
are they?
bringing a yeah. I remember one year they did like one dedicated to Studio Trigger, then they did one dedicated to Evangelion, and then they started doing Godzilla like every year at this point. I was like, dude, is this like that's what might as well make a Godzilla con at this point.
Yeah, for it is Godzilla Con. Like,
Kaiju con. That's what they should rebrand themselves
yeah,
if they want to.
really, go with Kaiju Con, go with Godzilla Con, go with people that
Monster
want to,
con.
because you're gonna attract one of two people. You're gonna attract you're gonna attract casual Godzilla fans, and then you're gonna attract the hardcore Godzilla fans that bought the Godzilla flashlight.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw when I saw this on the Discord, and I was like, okay,
I
like
want you. Okay, I want you to do me a huge favor. Do me a huge favor, something.
okay,
Please explain to me what in on God's green earth is a purist anime fan.
okay, a purist anime fan. Well, it is the educational definition of a weeb if you think about it. Because if they're a purist, basically they only watch only anime. I guess I don't know that maybe that's what they're trying to imply.
They only watch anime,
Only yeah, I
not even
guess
subbed.
like completely
Japanese raw.
yeah raw Japanese. They don't watch. They don't listen to the subtitles. They don't probably. I don't know. I have no idea. I know
Wait,
some of
did you
the
just say listen to the subtitles?
probably listen to the subtitles maybe.
What are they, Daredevil? They can hear the subtitles?
Probably.
The hell? Like, no,
No,
well, what is
and they bring it up this thing where it's like, and the first paragraph they have to bring up that whole controversy about the whole big thing, and I'm like, okay, y'all know he lost, right? And it's like clear they're still in denial 5 years later. You know what I mean?
so I'm kind of confused. Like, I guess English is like their second language or something, because
Maybe.
each year certain individuals attempt to influence others to boycott anime Matsuri, okay? The reasons
Yep.
are various. However, I believe that chief among them is that
The con host.
this con host Vic. Okay, I guess if we
Yeah,
read it slowly, it makes sense.
yeah. Basically, what they're saying is, oh, because the con has this con has Vic Mignogna, people trying to boycott it. Well, it's not just that. I mean, there's other factors. But you
I
don't. But
mean,
you. But you. But you're too. But you don't want. But you always go la 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. When we
no,
tell you,
like people admitted that in the stupid chats when they were talking about Akon, and I like got into an argument with them, like, oh well, uh, last time, oh, like Anime Matsuri is successful. I'm like, so you're willing to fund and support a man who was blatantly caught sexually harassing women with inappropriate texts, such as, have you ever actually experienced a real orgasm, to one of his guests
mm.
at the convention? You realize this is like a PR nightmare, right? Like,
and
this is not
and
something you would get away with.
and also didn't he like flat? He released a statement about this too. Like he admitted that yeah, I did this. I'm going to be taking counseling. I'm going to do all this. You know, I
Bro,
do.
he took a 2-hour course online and found sexual harassment Jesus, and everybody forgave him like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Why?
Basically.
Because it was an anime convention.
Yeah.
People, like, here's the thing, people can
I'll be
be
back.
anime fans. People want to be anime fans. People can be anime fans, but they don't want to be like called weebs anymore, right? Like, oh my god, weebs. Because being an anime fan was something that we are, but now it's becoming like an insult. Like, hey, are you a big anime fan? Like, no, not really. No, I don't really mess with that like that. But like, these people are willing to admit that nobody cares what John did or what the con has done. They don't care as long as they get their anime con fix. And I feel like that's the case. And nowadays it's like horror conventions, adult anime cons where the, like, I have nothing against that. That's fine. If that's what you're into, that's cool, whatever. But I have an issue with the people that have problems with the family friendly anime conventions. Why do we have those? Like, shut up. Like, just because you don't have kids doesn't mean that we all like. First off, I'll say this, and I don't care what bridge I burn down. There's a lot of people that I know of, that I know, who I've talked to, who I've hung out with, people that I have met or heard of or interacted with or known on a personal level, who don't need to have kids. They don't need to have kids. So, for one, they need to stop complaining about the whole, oh, we don't need family friendly anime conventions. Like, look, I understand that you guys want the adult conventions, but
Mhm.
people are just selfish because they kind of want everything for themselves.
Yeah.
And first off, like, just like, no.
So basically, it's like different rules, different people, different
Right.
rules for different people.
Like, why do you have your kids here? Like, why'd you bring your kids? Because I want my kid to have some fun.
Yeah, and it's like there are adult only like 18 plus conventions out there. It's just sometimes you gotta like expand your horizons per se.
Yeah, like Etchy Expo Dallas. I forgot we submitted a single panel for them called we submitted karaoke and we got approved for Friday night. And I'm just not financially sound to make
When
that
is
trip.
that?
I think it's in 2 weeks.
Really? Oh, dude, I don't even remember.
I think it's the weekend before BACON.
She Expo Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's on. Just keep that. Hold on, let me find it. And try to find it.
Is Bacon going? I mean Deacon going? Is
I don't
Deacon
know.
going?
I'm trying to go on their website, but it's like their website is like broken. I don't know why, but it's happening. Yeah, it is. It's the 28th to the 30th. Yeah, basically in 2 weeks.
I guess I'll have to go. Not expensive enough. Anyways, I mean, I was just saying that like the anime fans don't care what the con has done or what they being accused of. They don't care. They just want the anime fix. It's their shot of. It's their crack.
Shot of adrenaline.
Well, not shot of adrenaline. No, it's their crack. It's their crack. They're crackheads, and they are gonna get up and they're gonna smoke that crack one way or another.
And it's also some of them they like think that's the only convention in Houston. I'm like, dude, there's plenty of other. How many times we have said this for years? We have been saying this. I think we sound like a broken record every time we say this. Like,
We
dude, there's
are a broken record, and these people refuse to support other conventions.
yeah, they think that, oh, if this convention, this other convention, like, oh, is it as big as Matsuri? I'm like, dude, like Matsuri started off small. I will give them that. They started off small, and look how they got. Why don't you support them, and they'll become the next Matsuri? Except probably
Except
better
without
organized.
the without the highway robbery or not paying people back or sexual harassment. Now come to the anime convention with 100% now 100% sexual harassment free. But I digress. So I mean, there's BACON, which is now in the. So BACON is still 2 days, by the way. For those of you that don't know, BACON is 2 days. Saturday and Sunday they will be open till midnight, so they'll have a rave this year.
Hmm.
So more and more conventions are starting to have a nightlife. Uh, Comic Palooza was open till 2 in the morning, which was insane. They had a rave, then they called it a rave, and they had karaoke.
Mhm.
Uh, Delta, obviously, we worked that one. We usually run karaoke until like 3 or 4 in the morning because you know what? Nobody cares about if I get any sleep.
Even
Uh,
Anime Expo, they have like a nightlife too. They're actually like having like other like some of their like vendors. They even have like their own sponsored like nightlife at like local like clubs and all that stuff, or nightclubs and all that stuff. They do it. Even like they're gonna have a whole street dedicated to like a nightlife, and they're actually closing a part of the street in downtown LA just for that. And let's see. And also speaking of BotCon, if anybody out there is looking to do a cosplay contest, they're still having signups for the cosplay contest. So if you're interested in signing up for the cosplay contest at BotCon, just go to the website. They have a form and see if you'll be in.
so I kind of messed up this year. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I They already started handing out like panel submission, like acceptance for Colossal Con, despite the fact that the submissions are still opening. So I'm kind of confused. So I did submit panels Wednesday night, hoping that maybe they'll give us a few, so I
Yeah.
can at least go to Colossal Con.
Hmm.
Uh,
Do we
I
need
don't.
to apply for press?
I will do that.
Yeah, we should do that too because I did win I did win passes at Anime Frontier for Colossal, and they just sent them to me. It's like, hey, we know the convention's in 2 months, but here, hold it in your email. Make sure you don't lose it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Participate. Host the panel. Let me see what's this for host the panel. And their thing is still open. Let me see. Panel policy. All ages. It doesn't say when the panel submission thing closed.
Yeah, because I know.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Thank you for submitting panel. Your panel ideas notifications will go out by the end of July.
Yeah, so you have it a few weeks. Okay, so we'll know
Oh, okay,
by.
woo. Okay.
All right,
Well,
so
all right.
you're good. I know that Sonic Expo, their Artist Alley applications were closed. I don't know about panels. I think you can still submit panels for anybody out there who wants to be interested in it. Some of these conventions, they would do it like, I'm kind of glad they're doing them ahead of time. They're just letting people like, hey, by the end of July, you'll know, for Colossal.
How do you do Oh, here it is. Found it. I was like, where the hell is the press stuff?
For Colossal.
Yeah, for Colossal.
Yeah. Oh, and a little bit of announcement for Colossal. They did announce guests for the Texas one, which is happening in August, which we're going to be at. Steve Bloom, the voice of Wolverine. So many voices. Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. He'll be there. And also, let me see who else, because I know they did announce other people. Let's see. Give me a sec. Let me try to find it for y'all. Yeah, Steve Bloom, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, she'll be there too. So both of them will be at Colossal Con, Texas, which, in case you're wondering, when is Colossal Con, Texas? August 16th through the 18th at the Kalahari in Round Rock, Texas.
Okay, I gotta fill this out when we're done with the show because it's asking me for links. Because I gotta give them the link for the previous episode where we reviewed them, and they actually won our 2023 Convention of the Year award.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's right.
Want to know why they won it? Well, watch that video and also go with us for this year. See if they retain the title.
That's right. And if you're watching, this your reminder to go ahead and give the video a thumbs up as we continue through the episode. Remember, give us that thumbs up because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. That's right. It's dumb.
It makes a difference. Trust us.
It really does. It makes it like our lower count videos have less likes. But when you give us that thumbs up and ringling the dingling button, it does help our count because we are here.
Like, I'll give you a great example. If you like, the more likes you get, the more people watch. So, for example, I'll give you an example through my channel plugin. I had a video. It had like 1 or 2 likes, and they get little views. But if you put another video and you help spread, the more likes you get, the more views we'll be watching, because the algorithm does that. It's kind of designed that way. So the more likes you get, the more that your video will be like one of the first on when you search for up a video. So it helps a lot.
Colossal Con. Oh, give me a second. Texas. 1R 23 of the year. All right, I've submitted for press and panel, so yay.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll see
All
you.
right. All right, so but we've submitted for San Japan, Colossal Con. We're doing Anime Texas, Delta, Bakon. We're doing Onicon.
Yep. I will be representing the convention at Anime Expo in LA and Sonic Expo in November in Dallas.
And we might be going international. I have to go get my passport. But
I gotta find mine.
there is a Comic Con in Matamoros, Tamaulipas,
Mexico.
Mexico. That is right across the bridge. I was going to say right across the street, right across the bridge from Brownsville, Texas.
Yeah, so across
What
the
can
border.
Brown do for you?
What can Brown do for you? They'll bring you
Uh,
packages that you want.
yeah, unlike FedEx, they will frisbee them into the neighbor's lawn and then they'll run them over with their car. Uh, yeah, so there is one in Mexico, and I do want to go as press. So I'm going to. I'm legitimately considering submitting panels, but I don't know how well that's going to go because
You
I
would have to
can't
do it
talk
like 100%
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be 100% Spanish, and even though I'm Captain Mexico, my Spanish is not like I'm very fluent in Spanish, but I just don't know enough to get a point across for like a panel.
Mhm.
Maybe it could work. Maybe. Bienvenidos al para el evento de Geeks Forever. Aquí estamos hablando basura de Naruto.
That's all you
That,
got to do.
that's all right. Just talk trash about Naruto. That's all you got to do. But we want to know from you guys. What con are you going to go to? Are you going to go to Delta? Are you going to hang out with us? Are you going to party with us? We do need a couple people for our room. Bry Guy, every like counts. That's true.
That's right. Shout
Every
out to
like
Bry
counts.
Guy. Shout out to him.
Uh, our numbers have been low the last couple of weeks because the channel has slowed down because we're in the period. So after comic, because there's usually more conventions, more to talk about. But I
Mhm.
think we kind of missed the boat with Fan Expo
Yeah.
and
Did you hear about that? Actually, you know what? Speaking of Fan Expo, did you hear about that one like apparently there was like 3 cosplayers that did blackface
uh-uh,
at Fan Expo in Boston?
nuh-uh,
No, actually, it's kind of like it's talked about on TikTok. So I don't know if you ever seen Has Been Hotel.
no.
No, okay. So one of the characters is one of the cosplayers. They did blackface because the character actually has like a grayish skin tone. But I'm like, yeah, don't use blackface. Apparently, there was 3 of them at Fan Expo
Is it
Boston.
this? I was gonna make a joke, but it's an inappropriate joke, so I'll make the joke after. I'll make the joke on our Discord channel where you can get all the tea, all the juicy drama, tea, news, insider information, all el, todo el chisme,
Total cheese man.
todo el chisme, where you can get all the inside scoop on whether who went to Liv Morgan's hotel room. Was it Dirty Dom or was it Finn Balor?
Yeah, what a mystery, right?
For real, like, did you not see him grab that hotel room key?
Yeah, I know, right?
He's like, he never got his world title back, so he's gonna get something.
He needs something 7 years later.
And then the comment section for that video, like all the videos with Dom and Liv, is like, Dom is the strongest man on this planet.
Homeboy got a wife at home and he's got like all this shit going
He's
on.
got a wife, a girlfriend, and a side chick.
It's amazing.
Dom, he's living everyone's dreams.
And but yeah, so yeah, it's kind of wild all this shit's going on. So yeah, so that happened. That was going on at oh well, look at that.
Look, are you in bed?
Oh, you had me for 15 minutes.
Why did you
Okay.
make that sound sexual?
Yeah, okay, big shot. This sounds out of context.
Hey, you're the one who's making it sound sexual. I'm just like,
You're the
you
one that
had
came in
me
here
for
like
15
you
minutes.
have. You're
You
the one
got
laying
me.
in bed. You're laying in bed making eye contact with this, going, "You have me for 15 minutes."
You're gonna have me 15 minutes, and that's all I'm gonna get.
Look, man, I'm not going to go in my studio and get everything set up just for 15 minutes.
The
That's
show's
fair.
got 45 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm aware, but I got to leave at 8:30.
Oh, sucks. You gonna go got another podcast interview, or are you gonna go and record it off somebody's phone?
No. I have to go pick up my table and my folding chair because somebody was using them for an event.
Oh, okay. Are you going to Etchy Expo?
Yes, I am.
All right. So, what is the likelihood that you can run one of my panels for me?
Depends. Which one is it?
Karaoke.
I have to get back on you on that because, like, I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out how.
Just use their equipment.
Okay, I can do that.
And just we literally just run karaoke off YouTube.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, because they approved it for Friday, and I'm gonna have my daughter for 2 weeks, and I'm not going to cut my time with her short for a con.
Copy that.
Yeah, because I haven't seen her for a while, so I want to
Cheers.
spend. Oh, it's
Is that
bro.
Diamond Dallas Page?
No,
No,
that's
that's the other page.
I
No,
almost
because
said. I almost said. I was gonna say I got my cowboy Brock Lesnar figure somewhere around here.
yeah, does it come with P?
Yes.
But yeah, no, I can run Super Adult Karaoke. That's not a problem. Just email the con and tell him that Deacon Rap is gonna run the karaoke.
It's under Geeks Forever, so it doesn't. There's no specific name
Yeah, they don't care as long as you run it.
as long as it's run.
Gotcha. But like, I still would feel more comfortable if you did tell him that I was gonna be running it for you, just because since you can't make it.
No, because then they'll put me on their bad list. I'll say it's Deacon Rap with Geeks Forever.
There you go, a little fair
Okay.
compromise.
So then, what do I tell con staff when they're like, "Hey, this isn't your panel"?
No, just tell them. Yeah, I'm running. I'm part-time Geeks Forever for this weekend.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
let
you
them
do.
know that one of your staff members is gonna be running it for you. I guess. I don't know.
Just tell them you're part. Like literally, Geeks Forever is a group. It's not an individual. So I grant you temporary part-time staff.
Yep, this is on camera, so
Yeah.
Okay.
it's on
All right.
record.
I mean, since you're here, I might as well ask you. We're gonna put all of our business out there on the interwebs. So we are going to do a go home show. You know what that is, right? You're a wrestling fan. You should know what that is.
You're retiring.
No, it's basically the show before the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Oh, got it.
Oh, we might not be able to do. Well, okay. So we're
We'll
doing a
see.
go home show for on the 1st, which will also be I cannot believe that is next week.
Were you doing it when?
So July 1st, because these cons are like right around the corner. I'm just
Yeah.
like, good lord.
Yeah, so Anime Expo's happening that weekend too, and then like I'm flying in on the next day on the 2nd.
So I would like to have you on July 1st
Okay.
for the go home show for BotCon.
Okay.
So it's you and 2 other people that I'm going to invite. You're a guest, one's a vendor, and one's just an attendee. Like the 3 different aspects of the convention.
Okay.
You heard it here, folks.
That's right. Deacon Rap giving us that inside scoop.
Okay, let me give you the inside scoop. I won't be alone during my concert.
Oh, okay. Who are you
Me and
performing?
Chuck Huber are going to be performing together because it's going to be the official release date of our song.
Oh my God. Are we going to go? Are we going to have a panel at the exact same time you have your show where it's all your fans watching your show and then my panel's filled with like the anti-Deacon Rap fans?
For the people who weren't able to go in.
No, literally, it was nothing but anti-Deacon Rap fan. Last year at BotCon, Deacon was doing a show and I had my panel at the same time. It was called Diversity in the cosplay community. Because there was like 2 of the same panel. One was called Diversity in the cosplay community, which was mine, and one was called Cosplaying, something like that, something very similar, right? And so like my panel was legitimately filled with like people are like, I don't like Deacon Rap, blah blah. This song, he made this song about us because he hates us. I'm like,
so it's like that meme.
What?
Apparently, one of your songs is about people you don't like.
I have a song called "Your Wife Who Is Trash."
Probably. That's probably a good likely.
But that's it.
Yeah.
What if maybe they meant like maybe they thought you meant like their actual wife, like, oh, your wife is trash.
I mean, look, bro. If you're offended by the fact that I have a song that talks bad about
Sounds like a them
What are
problem.
you doing with your life, really? Because I'm really questioning something here, where you're offended that I say that Rhys Gremory is overrated. Like
Who?
the chick from High School DxD.
Who?
He doesn't know much about this.
Okay, have you ever seen Fairy Tale?
Yeah,
Lucy.
Okay,
Lucy.
I point out that Scarlet Edra has stage fright.
Oh, Ezra,
Who?
Urza. Yeah.
So if somebody's wife was Scarlet Edra or Edra Scarlet, whatever the frick her name is,
Yeah, Urza Scarlet.
then you're literally hating because I pointed out that she had stage fright.
I sound like an owl. Who? Dude, I don't watch enough anime to know who these people are.
Yeah, all
I
these
Yeah.
names
tried
are
to
kind of like
watch.
new to him. Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, I gave fairy. Like, so this is years ago. This is when I was single. I wasn't dating my baby mama at the time. Uh, that sounds so horrible. Sounds so ghetto. Uh, there was a girl I was talking to, and she's like, "Oh, I really like Fairy Tale. You should give it a try. You know, I love it. It's the greatest thing ever. All right, I'll try it. I'll give it 10 episodes. Right?
Mhm.
I gave it 10 episodes. I was like, this is hot garbage. This is trash. I gave Sword Art Online 10 episodes, and I hated it. I hated it so much. I gave Pokemon 10 years, and I hate it.
I gave insert anime here 10 episodes.
I didn't even bother watching Attack on Titan. You could
I
literally get the entire premises.
I gave Hadbin Hotel 5. I couldn't make it toward the third. I couldn't make it into the third.
Okay, okay, you're talking about Hasbin Hotel. Have you ever seen anything that has to do with Homestuck?
I read the first part of Homestuck, like
Yeah, it's
that first
awful.
arc or whatever it's called. But I just didn't like it.
It was awful. Yeah, I don't blame you. Actually, I'll give you that. Hasbin Hotel and Homestucks. Not the same thing, same energy though.
Yeah. At a Hadbin Hotel, I'm just like, why are there 8-year-olds asking the voice actors questions?
No. What's worse is whenever I went to it was a Hitalia panel
Yeah.
when Hitalia was still relevant,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it was a bunch of like 15, 16-year-olds, and the ungodly amount of like middle-aged adults there asking like sexual questions was like, I'm gonna call the cops.
It's very insane.
I'm going to call the cops. And I know I run the risk of the cops coming in here and beating me up like a pinata. But you know what? It's worth it because they're gonna knock y'all out too. So yeah, I do not, and like, good on conventions, by the way, guys. Good on all the conventions that are putting a restriction on those type of panels. Thank you so much. I feel like we've actually gotten somewhere with my complaints.
This is about like, isn't that a reference to like that Fan X a couple weeks ago? That Fan X, that My Hero voice actor got asked those questions.
I didn't even know that.
No, you didn't know about that? Like, at Fan Expo Philadelphia, like, the voice actor of Deku was asked like questions that like some of these people shouldn't be asking.
Yeah.
Because like one of them was like probably like a high schooler or like a teenager was asking, so do you know your ships? And like he was trying so hard to like dodge the question, and he was like saying, he was trying to say it appropriately. He was trying to be nice about it, saying I don't want to answer this question. He was like dodging it left, right, and all this stuff.
Yeah, Deacon,
And,
do you know your ships?
No, but the ship that she asked was, I don't know. Do you know any of the characters that Goku?
Oh yeah,
Okay. So she asked him, "What are your thoughts on the ship between Deku and Eri?" And I'm like, "Why in the load of f are you asking that question?"
that's weird.
Because yeah, no, it's really weird, dude. Deku is like a fucking high schooler. Eri is like a fucking like preschooler.
Don't lick the mic.
So when you guys were talking about ships, up until Sonic to the Deku everything. I thought you guys were talking about like the Titanic, the Queen Mary.
No,
I was gonna make that joke. They're like, "Do you know your ships?" Yeah, I know the Mayflower, the Titanic, the Santa Maria. You're on top of my headphone cable, bro. Just staring at me like, get over it. Yeah, I was gonna make that joke, but it's yeah, I was
I
gonna.
figured, I figured you would make the joke like, "Oh no, I came to America on a boat."
It's like, do you know your ships? Well, I ship through UPS, sometimes the post office. Uh, no, dude, like it's so. I watch My Hero. I'm not caught up with the anime, but I haven't read the latest chapter, so I don't know if it ended officially yet.
it's getting close. So
Oh, they're gonna drag it on. I know it.
I fell off in season 5.
So if you haven't read the manga, dude, the art style can be all over the place and it's hard to follow at some points, but it's very interesting because the manga is wrapping up.
Mhm.
Okay, so remember Dragon Ball Z, or when they after they beat it Boo, they had like a few episodes like this one mini arc of like after everything, after the fact
yeah,
of
Mm-hmm.
everything. That's kind of like what they're doing with My Hero.
that
Gotcha.
It's not Yu Hakusho. If I had said Taco Bell or Yu Hakusho, he'd know exactly what I was talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about, man. I really do.
It's a gordita crunch. Like, oh,
Like how,
it's a gordita.
like how at the end of Naruto, we still had to have like 100 more episodes of filler.
yeah. Oh, the original. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Ship it in. Yeah.
Like, well, we had to see him marry Hinata. That's all. That's what everybody
Yeah.
wanted.
Also, I can't believe it took me, what is it, 7 years to realize that Boruto is a gated community kid and his dad's from the ghetto. And
No, yeah. Boruto is the like textbook. He's the textbook definition of entitlement.
A nepo baby.
because, like,
He,
I was rewatching the clip where Naruto, like, dude, you're basically the president. You're still eating cup of noodles, and you're talking like, oh yeah, I don't really know Boruto. I know he eats burgers every day. He always has nice clothes. He had the newest shoes, and I'm like, you
he's
mean to
got the
tell me this dude always had the new Air Jordans like every week?
he
And
got the he got the he got the Air Force Ones. He gets a subscription box from like Foot Locker every other week.
yeah,
No, but like here's the thing. So these are some of the new panels that we're doing. So I'm introducing a panel called the top 20 worst main characters in all of anime. So
hmm
you know how people do like these PowerPoints and lists like the top animes of all time, or like the top characters or the top ships. No, we're doing the crappiest main characters of all time. Main character number 1, Senna from Ice Shield 21. 114 episodes in, and the main character still crying. He cries like Deku in season 1 of My Hero Academia. The
Anyway,
second
guys,
worst main
that's
character.
my time. I gotta head out. Thanks,
All right,
man.
later. Second worst main character of all time. Hero Yui from Gundam Wing.
Why?
He had the whole hot topic attitude. Like, I'll kill you. I don't care. Life is dumb. I'm like, dude, get over yourself. You're 15.
I mean, he was in that phase.
Yeah, but it was like so like
Forced.
yeah, it was like obnoxious. Like, oh. And like the entire time he's like, I'm gonna kill Relina. And like the whole time she's just chasing him because like the girl has like Stockholm syndrome or something like that.
Yeah.
Third
looking
main
back
character,
to that, no.
Boruto is definitely on my top 3. Boruto is one of the worst main characters of all time. Like I can name so many, but it is a panel dedicated to the top 20, and it has to be a main character. Like think about it, Sonic. What are 2 of the worst main characters of all time, in your opinion?
In my opinion,
Has to be a main character though.
Shit. I don't really think about that kind of stuff, but I'll probably get back to you when I do. Yeah. It has to take me a while to like think about it. Yeah, it's tough. Put me on the spot.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Like one of the worst. Like, do anime fans secretly hate? Another panel we're hosting is called "Do Anime Fans Secretly Hate Anime?" And one of the things anime fans are guilty of doing is they're always comparing Trigun to Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this. That's right.
Right, and that's like the worst comparison. Like Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star make more sense. Trigun makes more sense with like Desert Punk.
Compared to like Cyberpunk and all that.
Yeah, I mean it makes more sense to like a desert style anime. Like these are animes. Like Desert Punk is probably an anime probably nobody has ever heard of. But there are tons of animes to where like we're doing the top 20 worst main characters of all time. Do anime fans secretly hate anime? We want to do a Dragon Ball panel that's dedicated to the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball this year. Dragon Ball turns 40. The manga debuted in 1984, the anime in 1986. Dragon Ball Z, the manga, which was just called Dragon Ball. The first chapter of the Dragon Ball Z arc in the Dragon Ball manga started in 1986. The anime started in 1989, and it all ended in 1995.
96 or 95?
96 was the end of GT.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
GT started, and then we got after GT ended, we got 2 more Dragon Ball movies before Dragon Ball Yo. It was A Hero's Legacy, the Dragon Ball GT movie about Goku Jr.
Yeah.
And The Path to Power, the Dragon Ball movie that was a retelling of the first like 100 episodes of Dragon Ball.
I don't remember that.
It was a great movie. I liked it. He had the Goku. He had like the GT uniform. It was nice. It worked. The art is great. Like I like the story. In the movie though, I thought at one point Goku was going to turn Super Saiyan as a kid. I was like, whoa. But yeah. So I want to do the Dragon Ball panel. I want to do a Pokemon roasting panel. I love to roast Pokemon. I just love it. I can never get enough of roasting Pokemon. I just hate Pokemon enough to roast it, but ironically, I still play all the video games.
I mean, just do your research. I mean,
well, it's because people like the reason why I started, and this was like, this was one of those cosplayer chicks, like one of the super popular ones. She cosplayed Sailor Moon. I don't know her name. Like Megan something. I don't know. She cosplayed Sailor Moon.
Is it like a mainstream or?
She's not mainstream, but she's popular in the state.
Megan Turney?
I don't remember her name. I know she's buddies with one of our friends.
I don't remember. Yeah.
All I know is I pissed her off. I pissed her off because I said Pokemon, because somebody said something bad about Call of Duty. And I was like, Pokemon is the same thing every time there's a new Pokemon game. And they were trying to argue, no, it's more diverse. There's the story, friendship. I'm like, friendship. You capture wild animals in a ball and then you force them to fight. What part of that screams friendship? And they got like offended, bro. Like I insulted their ancestry or something. I'm like, geez, it's not that serious. Calm down.
But they didn't seem to take it well.
No, they didn't take it well. As a matter of fact, they got all butthurt and like blah, 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 yakety, smackety, blah, blah, blah.
Yakety,
dark
smackety.
side, blah, 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 complete, blah, blah.
The complete blah.
That's right. But we didn't really have a central topic today, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it up short today. Because at this point we're just blabbering on.
We're just babbling, which is good. I mean, it shows how improvisation we are.
Right. So go ahead and plug in your socials.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram. I am Super Saiyan Sonic. From there, you can check out my bio. That's where I have all my socials. My link tree is in there, so you can follow me on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. I am also on pretty much Twitch, Twitter, or X. I don't know why people still call it X. Yeah, you can just find my socials there. And TikTok, all that stuff. I gained a bunch of a bunch of followers on TikTok thanks to some of my recent videos. So hope you check them out. Maybe like them, share them, all that. Do whatever. But if you, I did mention this earlier. I'll probably mention it in the future before I go. If you know anybody or going to be at Anime Expo in Los Angeles, you'll probably see me there. If you do, say hi. Maybe we'll say hi to you back.
All right. So also make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you're ringling the dingling button so you can be notified every time we go live. We will go live once again on Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time with Sarah from Delta H Con. We also have our go home show for BACon.
July 1st.
That's right, July 1st, which is actually not that far away. It's right around the corner. And we still have our Queens of Cosplay special. The reason why that one got delayed is because now we have a new headliner.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's gonna like headline. So we have our main headliner, and then we have the other guests. So we are still gonna do that. Also, we have some, we might have some information, Chisme, tea, con news to share in the Discord. Make sure you join our Discord. Make sure you follow us. Make sure we will see you at BACon, Anime Texas, hopefully, maybe Etchy Expo, and Delta H Con. Yep, that's right. They're coming around the corner. They're around the corner. All right, guys. See everybody soon. We'll see you Saturday. Peace.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And for any Nintendo fans out there, hope you enjoyed the Direct tomorrow.
We might
talk about it next week.
Yeah, we might talk about it next week. Yeah. Peace, everyone.
Yeah, please follow us on Discord. Bye.